Hi, folks. How are you? Hopefully, you're having a great day. I'm having a good day. I'm so glad to be live with you all. I know I haven't done many lives lately. Um, I'm just taking a little time for myself a little bit and focusing on some of my local paint parties and focusing on myself a little bit. Um, And so it's so good to be with you all today. It's so fun to do the patchwork of friendship quilts. Um, and so I'm waiting to be let me know I'm shared in. Anyway, I'm gonna assume I am. I see at least Mama B's watching. Anyway, okay, great. I'm all shared in. Okay. My name's Amanda with Simply Flames and Art. And I also have the Creative Course Collab. And it's been a hot minute since I have been live, but I love to teach people how to paint. And so on my page. And so it's been a hot minute. But anyway, I'm gonna hop over into the group and see in the group the crafty bunch. You can watch from there. Whenever I go back to being live, it's gonna be brutal because oof. Anyway, all right, I can see myself. I think I'm in the crafty bunch. There I am. All right. Well, we're just going to get started because today I have the privilege and honor of creating for my friend, Michele Belle Creations, who I love and adore. She's been a business partner of mine. She's a good friend of mine. We used to do the ATC group. We used to do the Creative Curiosities Paper Notions pack with her. And then she kind of took it on as her own, and she's doing amazing. So, hey, Cindy, how are you? Good to see you, girlfriend. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Christy, she did my square this month, but I don't have it. So I will show it to you all as soon as I get it. Hey, Jeanette, how are you? And so hopefully everyone is having a awesome day. So one of the things I know about Michele, I have her paper here, and I'll share some of the things I know about her. But one of the things I know about her is she just had a birthday just a few days ago, right? Or maybe even like, I don't know. I think I wished it to her. Was it yesterday? Today? Anyway, it's real close. And then I also know that one of her things that she loves is Alice in Wonderland, and she has a cat and a dog. So I kind of thought I would put that all together and do something for her. And so let's see what I come up with. Oh, that's not what I meant to do, guys. Let's see what I come up with. And let me know if you can still hear me, because when I switch to the cameras, I just want to make sure everyone can still hear me. So give me a thumbs up, a heart, a something, a comment to let me know. Hey, Lindy. Hey, Michele. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully you're having an awesome day. I've been working all day. Work is driving me literally crazy lately. And so I have not been able to participate the way I would like to during these events, but got to do what you got to do for work. So there's that. All right. So she loves Alice in Wonderland. I know that. Some of her favorite colors are greens and blues, turquoises and teals. I know that. And she has a yellow lab and a cat. And I'm trying to remember what color her cat is. And I, for the life of me, cannot necessarily remember, but it's going to be okay. I'm thinking she's dark, but I can't, honestly. It's like, it's for whatever reason, it's like I can see her cat, and then every time I go to like think about it, it just kind of like escapes me. So we're gonna do a little Alice in Wonderland birthday party because she just had a birthday. I do know that. So we're going to have a little fun with that. I'm going to start here. I've kind of drawn things out a little bit. And we're going to get this dog in here a little bit. So he's a yellow lab. So actually, I'm going to start with a little bit bigger brush because I'll be here all day. And I don't want to be here all day. Why did I pick up that one? That one's not the one I wanted. This is the one I wanted. All right. We've got a lot to put in and a little time to get it in there. I know it'll take me beyond my time here. And that's a-okay. So I'm not going to focus on 100% making it look like a lab, but it'll just have that general like labish. Yes, I'm painting a puppy. I am painting a puppy. You'll be happy. It's gonna be it's a puppy, but it's gonna have a little exaggeration when it comes to eyes. It may not exactly, it may look more like a wiener dog than a lab. I was drawing it out and I'm like, that doesn't look too much like a lab. But I'm trying to, as I paint it, I'm a much better painter than I am a drawer. So we'll see. We'll see if I can get it more back to labish. And we'll see. I'm going to have kind of big eyes. So we're going to overstate the eyes a little bit, okay? Just a little bit. And I'm just picking up a couple of different colors. I got a little bit of a raw sienna, I think. Or maybe that's a burnt sienna. I don't know what color I picked up. What color did I pick up? Where'd I go? Raw sienna, yeah. And a little bit of some yellow, moon yellow is what I'm working with here. And I'm just letting it pick up the colors it wants to pick up, right? I'm just putting both colors on my brush and it's just coming off how it comes off. We're not going to really worry too much. I want to get this really square because that's one thing about labs is they have those kind of like squarish ears. I used to have a chocolate lab. Her lab's name is Mufasa. And her cat is named Bugs. But so we're going to get it in here. Hi, Linda. How are you? So I just drew this on kind of a little. Now I'm just going to pick up a little bit of this dark in the corner of my brush. And then we can kind of work in a little bit of the details here. Just a little bit, right? So where it's going to be a little bit darker because of a shadow. We want to just get that in there and let that blend out, right? And long as that paint is wet, we can add that other color in with no problem. It's Sir Bugs. This is Mufasa. So this is the puppy. And then we have Bugs is coming though, guys. I don't know. I'm trying to work fast so I can get them all in, but we'll see. Anyway, I hope y'all are having a good day. A good Monday. Can y'all believe it's August? Like, I was looking at this, and we started this in January, right? This was started in January, where we create a quilt square for all of the creatives who are part of Monday, the second Monday. That's this group. There's two groups actually, so that's why I wanted to like differentiate, but this is the second Monday of the month group, and we create a quilt square that we send to each other. And it's been such an awesome project, and I thank Mama P for A, thinking about this, and B, uh including me in on this adventure so much. This group is amazing. It's made up of some amazing creatives and just friends that love to call friends, and just amazing people who make up this group. And then we get to spend time with you amazing people, and it's just an awesome experience. But we started this in January, and it's so hard to believe that it is already August. And, after this month, there's only 3 more months that we're going to be creating for people. And I have Michele Kaser. I think the 3 on my list are Michele Kaser, Michelle Hill maybe, and Lydia. And that's my list. And so there's our little yellow lab. He may not look quite like a lab. He may be a little thin. Like I said, he may be more of like a little bit of a wiener dog than a lab. We'll make him a little bit bigger body. Maybe that'll help. Give him a little more girth, right? Because they're pretty big dogs. So make him not so little. Then that might help make him look a little bit not like a wiener dog. Because right now he has a little bit of a wiener dog going. But, that's all right. We're gonna do the best we can. Oh, a chocolate miss her every day. I know. It's been a little while since I lost Hunter, but he was such a special dog. He was such a sweetheart. Literally, just such a sweet boy that it's hard to believe. So we're going to broaden that nose a little bit, give the essence or the feel that it's a broader nose, because they have that big old broad nose, big old broad face. Hey, Michele. American Lamb. They have skinnier noses than the English. Yeah, they do. And that was Hunter. He was more of a skinnier nose. He was chocolate lab. He was, when I got him, he was so little. He was teeny tiny. And I took him to the vet. My son brought him home. And I took him to the vet. And the vet was like, oh, he's going to be about, I think he said it the first time was like 10 to 12 pounds. He weighed He literally weighed like 2 pounds when I took him to the vet. He was a friend of my son's mother brought him home from a horse barn where she had her horses. He was like lost there and or showed up there. I'm not sure, exactly what happened, but anyway, he was by himself. He was the only one. And we assumed he was probably dropped. We don't know. Have no idea. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to start on her real quick. So I took him to the vet and he was 2 pounds. I think I've told this story before. So you may have heard this. Anyway, and the vet was like, yeah, he's going to be about 10 to 12 pound dog. He's going to be little because he was teeny tiny. And so I said, okay, I'd never really had a small dog in my entire life. All my dogs have been big dogs. My mom raised Samoyeds when I was growing up. And I had a rough coat collie when I was a little girl. And so I'd never been around small dogs. So I was like, okay, this is going to be interesting. Not that I cared. I really didn't because I was just like, whatever. He was adorable. And so, but I just kept thinking to myself, what am I going to do with a small dog? I'm going to end up stepping on him. And anyway, so I took him home. The vet was like, I want you to come back once a week for 4 weeks. I really want to monitor him, given the fact that, you know nothing about him. We want to make sure, he doesn't have any issues. And so I said, okay. So went back the second week and he had doubled his weight. He'd gone from 2 pounds to 4 pounds. And the vet was like, well, that's great. He's probably going to be just a little bit bigger. He said, since he doubled his weight, he's probably going to be, somewhere close to like 15 to maybe 20 pounds. I'm like, okay, that's great. So then go back the third week. He doubled his weight again. He'd gone from 4 pounds to 8 pounds. You can see where this is going, right? So it was like each time I went back, he doubled his weight. And the vet was like, each time the conversation went, was like, well, he's going to be a little bit bigger. And so the last day I was there with him and he gave him all of his shots and all of his stuff. And he was weighing like 16 pounds. And the vet was like, yeah, he's gonna be bigger than I ever expected. And I was just like, how big is he gonna get? And so, well, what turned out to be, or what the vet thinks, is that instead of, he was like, hey, Jennifer and Christy, he was like, well, I was assuming he was close to 8 weeks old. And he said, and that was what I was basing everything off of, is that he was, 8 weeks old. And he said, but in fact, he said, I think he was closer to like 4 weeks old based on his growth and how he grew. And he said, I think he was actually like 4 weeks old when you brought him in the first time. And so, yeah. But he ended up growing to be about 65 pounds was where he topped out. So he was in a really big lab. He never, he was mixed with something else. I don't know what. But hey Dee, how are you? Good to see you. I was hoping you would hop on. And so anyway, but that's his story, Hunter's story. my chocolate lab. But he passed away. I got him the day before Thanksgiving. It was when he came here, um, in 2020. No, sorry, 2000. Sorry, 2000. I don't know what I'm thinking, 2020. I'm like, no, no, no. In 2000, the day before Thanksgiving, I had like on Thanksgiving, it was supposed to be like, well, I think I ended up with like 17 people at my house for dinner or lunch or whatever. Um, we had, I guess it was like a really early dinner. But it's good to see you too. Um, but oh, he wasn't purebred. No, he was, but he was a good boy. Yeah, no, he wasn't purebred. He definitely had something mixed in him, but he was a good boy though. But nothing like having this little thing and then 17 people at your house and you're having to cook and all the things. Oh, they enjoyed it. They took care of him while I was like doing all the things. So it was all good. But he was so teeny tiny. And so Michelle's hair is kind of blonde, so we're gonna do her hair almost the same color as we did Mufasa's. So we're gonna put her hair in. Yeah, they are. That is true. He is a good boy. He was a good boy. Um, so they stole that ham right off the table. Oh my goodness. Oh my. I never had anything like that happen. I guess the Oscar who came here, I've told y'all his story. He was when I found him, he got his name because I found him in my neighbor's trash can, right? Now my neighbor didn't throw him away, but he was just foraging for food. Anyway, um he ate the couch cushion. I get up one morning and I come in, and this wasn't long after he'd come here. It was our mistake. We should have like not let him loose at night when we didn't really know like him that well. But anyway, I walk into, we have like a, it's kind of like open living room, dining room, kitchen area. And it looked like it had snowed. It literally looked like it had snowed. It was this fine little cushion, crumbles, I guess. He obviously had the big party of a lifetime because it was literally everywhere. It was from the front of the living room all the way to the back where the dining room is, all the way over as far in the kitchen as it could go. It was everywhere. I actually was a little afraid for his life that day. Not gonna lie, I thought my husband was gonna be like killing that dog. Um, Not that he really would have, but I did worry a little bit. I ended up taking him to work with me, because I was just like, he's going to, not that he would kill him. He would never, but he would maybe take him to the SPCA. And so, um, he wouldn't necessarily be above that because he was pretty upset with him. But so I took him to work with me just just so tempers could cool, and he was, when we came home, he was great at work with me. When we came home, that was fine. I was like, you know, this was kind of on us, right? And he was like, yeah, I kind of know it now. Like, it's, yeah, that's kind of us being dumb. But anyway, so I go until 6:30. Oh, I'll tell you a story about Hunter and my mom. I took him over to my mom's house one time, and Hunter was really good about not using the bathroom in the house, nothing, right? Well, at that time, my mom, she no longer has them. She's gotten rid of them. But she had these dolls in her living room that were like creepy. Okay. They were a little creepy. It's like they were, these tall dolls. She had one on each side of the piano. They were in these like old dresses with the hats. Anyway, I guess it was a thing in the late 90s, early 2000s. I don't know. It's like a fad that she had. And so he was, at this time, he was like, an adult. He was not a puppy. He was not a puppy. And I took him over there. And she had this one that was a bride. It was like, her pride and joy, right, of these weird things. Anyway. So she anyway, we're at the house, and I was just, we're hanging out. Hunter was there. All of a sudden he goes missing. And I'm like, where's Hunter? And so we're looking for him. He's been gone up in the living room, y'all, and used the bathroom, which he never did this. Like, he always went outside, but he hated those dolls. And he would target every time I took him over there to mom's, he would target these dolls. And he used the bathroom up on the wedding dress. I had to get that up and clean that up. I mean, I was just like, really? Really right now? You're gonna do that? I mean, they were creepy. I agreed with him. They were creepy. But at the same time, but we still laugh to this day about that. My mom and I do. She won't laughing at the time though. She was a little upset at the time. But now she agrees they were a little creepy. They probably just deserved it. But yeah, he did that. But, it was like, just looking a little hot mess. I'm going to have to work on this one a little bit. She's looking a little scary. Um, and so I just need to get a little color in here, and then I can work with it a little bit. She's just looking a little scary right this minute. I know, right? Strip the carpet off the floors. Dogs can be destructive. Mom had one that was like a little bit destructive. One of her Samoyeds. He was a good boy, and I mean, for the most part, he was really good. But if you came home, now you could go to work, you could leave him, go to work, he would not mess up a thing. Perfect, not a thing. But if you were to, like, if she, mainly her, go home and leave again and not take him with you and you leave him there, he was gonna tear something up, and he did it deliberately. She had one of those, I guess again, kinda dating my mom here, but, she's my mom, and so, um, she had one of them magazine racks, the little racks that everybody had in the '80s, '70s, '80s, the little wooden ones that held little magazines. Anyway, well, he took one of those and ate everything. It was the only thing that was left when we got home was the bolts that held it together and some, like, splinters. Other than that, he ate it all, and he just ate it all. He ate the whole thing. Mom's like, "Well, I reckon it'll kill him," but it didn't. He lived. He lived. It didn't hurt him. And my mom was like, "Well, I reckon that'll kill him." Um, but no, he lived. Um, and so, but she was like, he ate the whole thing. She had one of those. My grandma bought the rocking chair. It was one of those rocking chairs that had the big, long rockers on it that wouldn't turn over. Again, they were popular probably in the, I don't know, sometime in the not '80s, '90s, whatever. He ate the rockers back so it would turn over. Um, it went from a rocking chair that wouldn't turn over to one that would turn over with you pretty quick. Um, yeah. So, yeah, he was terrible. Okay. I'm liking that better. At least it looks like somewhat of a face that I will work with later. Like, because obviously I've got to get off at 6:30. I go from 5:45 to 6:30. And so, um, but this is gonna be her, and I will put glasses on her, so I'm not really worried about that. And then, because she wears those glasses that look so cute on her. And then we'll fix his eyes too. And now for the cat. Anybody know? I know we do. We tolerate a lot, don't we? But they give such joy. Anybody know the color of her cat? I need to know. Is it gray? I think it's gray. I think it's dark. I think I remember that. We're going to go with gray. We're going to go with gray because I think her cat is gray. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's gray. We're going to go with it. Even if it's wrong, we're going to go with it. And we're going to get the cat in. And then I probably will have to hop off and finish it. Eventually it'll turn gray. That's right. Eventually it will. It's going to be gray today. I think it is, though. I think I'm right. I hope I'm right. I'm pretty sure I am. We're going to kind of mimic a little bit of Alice in Wonderland here. And they're having a birthday tea party. And she just bent down to take a picture with her good friends. And so this is going to be the Cheshire Cat, right? We're going to mimic Bugs as the Cheshire Cat. And then he's going to have a top hat. So he's going to be the Mad Hatter. Mufasa will be the Mad Hatter. And she's going to be Alice. So that's how I'm doing this. What do y'all think? I know she loves Alice in Wonderland. I know that about her. So we'll get a cat in here. And if you notice, I'm just grabbing black, white, the gray I mixed up, and let it just, again, mix as it mixes, because that's going to give me a really great just mix. And then I can add any highlights, lowlights, etc. as I go. But we're just going to let those colors work for us in the beginning, right? And he's got a big mouth. And I want to kind of keep those bigger eyes going. I hope it will be. In my mind's eye, it's cute. At least it's a cute idea. So hopefully she loves it. But it's either her birthday today or was like yesterday. I know I wished her happy birthday. Maybe it was, I don't know what day it was though. But I think it's been just really recent. So they're having a little birthday party for her. It's for Michelle Allen. This is for Michelle Allen, my friend Michelle. I've been stressing over this. Not that I don't stress over all of them. I do, but I just was like, I wasn't sure what to do for, like, I couldn't come up with a good idea and of what to do for her. And I wanted it to be, pretty awesome. So, not that I don't want all of them to be awesome, I do, but I've known Michelle for the longest, probably her and of this group, her and Lisa, I've probably known the longest. And actually, I've known Michelle longer than Lisa because Michelle introduced me to Lisa. So, um, yeah. Yeah, it's Michelle, my Shell Bell. that's her. Michelle Allen, Michelle Belle Creations is who I am doing this for. And so um okay. I just want to curve out a little bit because I want that like smile of that Cheshire cat, you know. So I want it to curve out a little bit where his jaws are. Just a little bit. Come on, brush, behave yourself. There we go. I'm not sure. No, it's Michelle with one L. I don't know if that's the same one, but it's Michelle Belle Creations. I'm not sure if that's the same one. There's a lot of Michelles. I hope so. I hope she will. And so just because I don't know if Bugs has this or not, but because the Cheshire Cat does, we're gonna create just some like little stripes or so, right? I don't know if he has them on his face or not, but we're going to put just a few. And then I want to we'll firm up the eyes a little bit. And I'll come in with some black. And firm everything up around the eyes, etc. But I want to make this a little more, I want to firm up the mouth because he's got those white teeth. Oh, thank you, Dee. And so firm that up just a little bit. What time is it? Okay, I got 4 minutes. And so there he is. Now come back in with some more color and do that. And you'll be able to see the finished version. I'm not going to post it, but you'll be able to see the finished version next month when Michele opens it. And so you'll be able to see the finished version of it. Give a little white right there. And then this is my table here is the table. We'll put that in a little bit. Her clothes in. For the next 3 minutes, we'll put on the hat. What color for the hat? She loves teals, blues, and teals. I'm thinking like a teal. I don't I've never heard her go by Chele, so I don't think it's the same one. I mean, I don't know, but I've never known her to go by that. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Thank you. And so We're going to paint this hat. We'll paint it teal. She said one of her favorite colors are blue, green, and teals. And so but that looks like a Mad Hatter color, doesn't it? I mean, I know it's usually like purple, but she said she really doesn't like purple unless it's with orange. And so I just want to keep with her happy birthday colors. So we're going to stick with this color. What y'all think? Oh, thank you, Sue. Yeah, we do call her Shell. We do call her Shell. So I don't know. It might be the same one. Although I've never heard her called Shelly. Like I've never heard called Shell, but not Shelly. And so, but maybe somebody does call her that. I don't know. And so again, I'm just allowing two colors to do what they do best. I have a lighter and a darker, and we're just letting them have their fun, right? I won't say it's like a one stroke because I'm not loading my brush in the manner of a one stroke, but it's kind of almost like an effect of a one stroke, talking about one stroke and the fact that it's just allowing both colors to come in, mix where they mix, and stay lighter and darker where they stay lighter and darker. Yep, it was just her birthday. That's what I was saying. Like it was really close. I wished her a happy birthday on Facebook and all. And so it's either, I don't know, yesterday, Saturday. I have tough time with dates. Me and dates. If I don't write it down, I don't keep track. I have like I'm doing good to keep track of my own birth date, to be quite honest. Oh, it's 6:31. I gotta go, guys. I gotta go. Anyway, I'm sorry I ran over a minute. Let me hop over here and say bye to you all. Y'all have a great day. You'll be able to see this when she opens it next month. Talk to you later. Bye.